What we're doing today is planting onions. And an easy way to do it is to lay out your bed. You've already prepared the soil and you've got it ready to put the onions in. And if you're going to plant them closer together than the foot, you want to leave enough space for them to actually develop, even though they're close together. So this is kind of an intensive growing way of doing it. As you can see, I've got these rebarb, and it could be anything with a straight edge that you can make an indention into the ground. And I am making indentions about 4 or 5 inches apart. And I'm making the straight lines all the way across and making the indention into the ground. Then, to give them enough space, to give the onions enough space, I'm making a hole as wide with my fingers, as wide so it will be a square. And then in the very middle on the other row, I'm putting a hole. Now from now on, I can take another piece of rebar and line those 2 holes up. And so every other row, if we plant in every other row.
Got your assistant with you, do you?
I got my assistant with me, who's not supposed to be in the garden. But if we plant in every other row along the line and put a hole there, then there's extra room. It's like giving extra space to each onion. And so wherever the 2 lines cross is where you're going to plant your onion. Now the neat thing about this is if you want to, you can simply make this hole a little bit bigger and stick the onion into it. These onions have been soaked in compost tea and they're ready to go in the ground. And you put them in until you've reached the end of where you poked your hole, and you push a little bit of dirt around them and lift them up a little bit so that it spreads the roots out underneath. And then you can plant your onions, giving space for each of these bulbs to grow well. If you don't like the idea of the little hole and can't see exactly if you're doing it right, then you can always use your little shovel to do that. You could do the same thing this way, which is what I normally would do, but it's easy with the little rebarb to plant them in there. And actually you get a little bit deeper with the rebarb. You want to plant your onions about 1 inch deeper than they would have come out of the ground. But as you can see, this will keep you lined up, and you just follow that all the way across, and you've got beautiful spacing for your onions. That's it.